Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aditi and this channel is all about PCOS, hormonal balance and weight loss. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the few things that you can do in case you want to conceive in 2022. So if this is of interest to you, let's dive in. So last week I spoke about some of the mistakes, especially like the 4 mistakes you must avoid in case you want to conceive in 2022 or just in general improve your fertility. And this week I'm going to give you a mini training of sorts in case you want to conceive in 2022. So here is one thing to remember, that it takes about 12 months to have a baby. Now you would be like, Aditi, that's not even possible. It takes 9 months to have a baby. And that's partly true. 9 months is the time of since you conceive to delivering the baby. But 3 months before that is for the preconception period, because what you eat today will determine the quality of the egg that you will ovulate in 3 months time from now. Which is why if you're preparing your body or you want to conceive in 2022, you should start preparing for your egg quality and make time for preconception so that you have a better quality egg. And here are a few things you can start doing to improve that. Tip number 1, include a lot of green vegetables in your diet. Now before you reach out for supplements, make sure you do this first, because like the word supplements actually refer, it is supplementing, it is not replacing. So you make sure that you get enough and more green vegetables in your diet at least 3 months prior to conceiving. And that's because it's really rich in vitamin B, it's rich in folate, which is like the superpower for your DNA. It's great with magnesium, which actually boosts sleeping, iron, and most importantly, it has fiber, which actually prevents blood sugar spike. So get started with the veggies. The next tip is all about having a good quality of sleep and sleep hygiene. What does it mean? Quality of sleep basically means having uninterrupted deep sleep. So don't focus on whether you're sleeping for 8 or 10 hours. It's about whether you slept through the night, did not wake up in between, were not disturbed in between. And number 2 is to also have a hygiene, that is, have a schedule that you can stick to pretty much 80 to 90% of the time. These 2 things in itself helps to improve melatonin, and what research has shown is that melatonin acts as an antioxidant for the egg, and it actually improves your egg quality and chances of conceiving, especially if you're doing it through IVF. But in general, it has shown great results and therefore needs to be prioritized. In this case, if you snooze, you do not lose. The next tip is to avoid endocrine disrupting chemicals. Now, endocrine disrupting chemicals are chemicals that are actually found in a lot of our personal care, household care, and even food sources. It's a chemical which basically disrupts your hormone, or it lowers your hormones, or it mimics your hormones, like tricking your body into thinking that they are hormones. So you kind of have to reduce exposure. I don't want to go in, I can do a full video on this, but to cut it short, it has a lot of presence in fragrances. So fragrance products are one of the big sources. Then there are cans, there are plastics that actually can have it. But before you go nuts over what all to remove from your house, here is a quick tip that I actually follow. One is to make sure that your household care products have minimum fragrances and make sure that they have no paraben in it. So this would include laundry and fabric conditioner, because that's something that you're going to wear the whole day. So make sure that is at least taken care of. The nail polish that you wear, make sure that that has no endocrine disrupting chemicals. And the third thing to avoid would be handling bills and receipts. Some of these glossy receipts and bills that the shops give us, they are actually also full of endocrine disrupting chemicals. So handling them with gloves would be easy. So just check. Some of us actually leave it in our wallet and purses forever. So you might want to be vigilant about that. So here is a summary of all the tips that I gave, and you can start implementing them as soon as possible. And I teach this in depth inside my one-on-one program called PCOS Transformation Academy, and whatever I taught here right now was like a tip of the iceberg. If you're interested in getting serious about this, then I would highly recommend that you take my free quiz on finding your PCOS root cause. Once you have discovered that, it makes your entire journey quite smooth. And if you want to connect, we can do DM me on my Instagram handle, and I'll be very happy to support you. Next week I will be here with another video, so if you don't want to miss any update, definitely subscribe and click the bell icon so that you are notified. Bye bye.